this? This is a map of where countries got its independence from. Oh. Wait, you started recording again? This is the third time in a row this has happened. But anyways, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is from Untitled, and make sure to subscribe for more daily uploads. Not daily, but almost daily. Weekly, maybe. I don't know. So, like I was saying, what is this map anyways? Oh wow. So this tells us where countries got their independence from, and technically what are the descendants of countries. In 100 years, the most recentest capture in 100 years. These slashes, by the way, just mean nothing has happened really in 100 years. Okay, so that's the thing. Really gotta fix this. I'm not good at it. Okay, yeah, give me a second. So yes, so this is the entire map. I don't know how to explain this, but let's start in what should we start at? Let's start in a mess of a place, which is Africa. This actually went by pretty quickly when I was making it, much more than I thought. So now let's just look at this. Many people think that Western Sahara is just conquered by Spain, but it wasn't. It was conquered by France, which were themselves conquered by Germany. And so that's just a domino effect. These were created by Free France. So the Free France was the country that just kind of freed France in World War II. And they also split up Libya. So Libya actually got their independence from France and UK, not from Italy. Also Somaliland, the reason why they want independence is because of UK. They colonized this area. So previously, this area is a mess of a place. This was conquered by both Germany in World War I and II and the USSR in World War I and II. So it was a very mess of a place. But basically that's how that's like the worst spot you want to be, because it's Eastern Europe. It's the worst spot, and it's like around Poland, which is always a bad sign because it got like invaded. I believe out of 707 years of Poland's history, it only had like 200 years of those independent. That's like the worst thing. So back in focus to Africa, UK has most of like the coastal areas just to keep France, not to become that asserted person who conquered most of Europe and threatened the UK. So that's the reason they did it. And in case you don't know, just comment below in case who you think this person is. But anyways, let's go back. Obviously, in most of this, it's like normal. You would understand why Portugal has these areas. Belgium gave independence. Italy gave independence. France, UK again, Portugal, a lot of different things, which you'll probably understand why, except for two very unusual examples. So USA gave independence to Liberia. They colonized this area just so that like the Europeans don't colonize it, and they plan to expand it more, but then they realized they would be accused of imperialism if they did that, so they didn't expand anymore and gave independence to it. So that's the reason. And also South Africa, which was previously a UK colony or the British colony, it actually was given Namibia when it was independent, and thus Namibia actually gained independence from South Africa, not UK. Both of these, however, find a way into the UK. So both of these are technically indirectly, because South Africa also got independence from the UK, and also America got. So this is how it really got like worked. Actually, I should have thought of this. I couldn't think of this. Like, Germany conquered them. They didn't technically give independence. Well, technically, they did give them independence by Wiki fans. So, yeah, kind of. Germany and USSR. So, kind of. This should be just USSR. Just forget about the Germany part. Just forget about the Germany part, okay? And also, the Persia was, I believe, Persia was destroyed because of that Islamic revolution during a party. Weird, but that's how that worked. The UK literally owns the entirety of America except for Alaska, which is not an independent territory, and it was not given independence by anybody. Alaska was never an independent country, so thus it stays just blank. It's not affected, and it's also a part of another country. So that's the reason. And now let's look at some of Asia. USSR ruled most of like northern Asia. ROC, or the Republic of China, also ruled China before it was destroyed by the Communist Party. And despite many people not knowing this, turns out the Koreas were actually split for a second by the US and the USSR. So they were split before they were turned into North Korea and South Korea. And thus it just the Netherlands also were conquered actually by the Dutch. However, most of this was actually conquered by Japan. They didn't give them independence. Japan did, however, give independence to somebody. Well, puppet state negation, whatever you like to call it, to Thailand. They were Siam and they were puppeted by the Japanese. They just had to agree to it, and thus technically this is the only area which was affected by the Japanese. And this is Pakistan. Pakistan ruled over Bangladesh, as most of you will know. I don't have to explain that. But Australia, actually, this is an interesting situation. Australia gave independence to Papua New Guinea, as it was given to them before the British gave them independence. And also the Philippines was ruled by the US. Most of you guys know that. But Spain rules over most of this eastern part due to the Treaty of Tordesillas. I really had to draw that line. Okay, just imagine an imaginary line right here. This is the line, and basically they said that Portugal, you can own all of this. Spain can own all of this. So they however broke the treaty, as you could probably see, and thus Portugal actually did expand it to the rest of Brazil. The UK is here, and also French Guiana is here. However, just as a question, just to answer some questions, this /O is /occupation zone. By the way, I have another question for you. Leave it also in the comments down below. What country does France have the longest border with? A lot of you guys will be surprised by what's the answer. I guess I'll put this answer on the description below because it's a hard one. So there's also a UK and a lot of other things. However, there's like Saudi Arabia, which was believed from the Emirate of Najd, whatever. So I think that's about it. We should it's a quick world map. Let's be honest. It's not my 20-minute video. It's cut in half. So make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, and hit the like button. And also make sure to answer all my questions in the comments below. You might see some of them in the description box. Bye. Now, bye-bye. See you next time in one of my next video, which my cameraman accidentally records.